Hi there, Emir. It's awesome to see new rec takes from you. I really love your style. It's super inspirational. So please keep those videos coming. I just wanted to record something quick in regards to my comment about your vibrato. Basically what I was saying is, we see that you're on a really good level of playing there. It would seem that considering, how well you put all those different bits together, it would seem that maybe currently you're not prioritizing working on your vibrato as well. So I thought maybe I could give you a little head start there. So the thing is, sorry about that, still trying to recover from my cold. We see this quite often. Basically, there's nothing wrong with your vibrato here, and we can tell you have been analyzing, the phrasing of Guido's vibrato, which is very good because that's one way to get better, to actually sit down and analyze exactly how a bend or a vibrato is phrased. So, whether it's like a slow build up, or whether it's like bluesier, more intense, or maybe it's wide from the beginning, like a metal vibrato, and that's important. So you got that right. But what I'm seeing is a vibrato movement, sorry, which is rather shallow. Okay, so sometimes that's cool. That's what I did for that kind of bluesy, that kind of BB King-ish thing. It works sometimes, but it doesn't. To my ears, it doesn't really work well in metal. Typically, the best vibratos in metal are really wide and kind of controlled and even. And the way to achieve that is by relying on the bigger arm muscles as opposed to the smaller finger muscles. Okay, the smaller finger muscles, they're always going to give you a more shallow, less controlled vibrato. And on top of that, you're gonna get fatigue, right? It's much better to spend, the power you got in your fingers towards actually moving them and doing that important stuff. Whereas vibrato, you can definitely make use of your stronger muscles, and you should. So lots of good reasons to do that. And what happens when you start involving your whole arm in your vibrato movement is you go from basically this to... There's a big difference there. I don't know if you can... I should... well, where's my arm? There. So, I don't know if you can tell, but... there you can tell, yeah. You really want to involve the arm, and in order to make sure you're doing this, in order to make sure you're practicing this, you could exaggerate that arm movement, which is pretty much what I'm doing now, right? Because typically I wouldn't do like that, right? But it's just to show you that... I'm actually using this muscle here and as little as possible of these muscles. And again, it's worth it because you really want to take your vibrato from this to, right? And it doesn't matter if you're trying to do that specific vibrato build up. I'm not 100% sure how it's done in the lesson, but it's something like, if you want to go from soft to wide, that's perfectly possible. And again, you can do the whole spectrum. You can go full on immediately. It always serves your purpose to have your arm involved. And it doesn't really matter whether you're doing downwards vibrato or upwards. You're always going to make use of that arm muscle because it's the biggest muscle. It's a bit like you were told to lift something heavy. Would you do it with your strong muscles, or would you try to grab it with your pinky, right? It's the same thing. This is more of a heavy lifting thing. It's a bit of a physical exercise. It's you're lifting or pulling that string, right? So you want to make use of your bigger muscles. That's basically my whole message to you. But I think that if you focus on this for just a short while, because I can see you have definitely the foundation for phrasing that vibrato. You just need to generate that wider movement, and you're totally going to blow us away. I can promise you, because that's like the I would say the single biggest lacking element of your style right now is a killer vibrato. If you add that, oh man, you're definitely going to experience that threshold experience. You're going to go from sounding really good to sounding pretty much amazing. So you definitely, I think, want to work on this. And I hope this video is somewhat helpful for that purpose. I'm really looking forward to see more of your videos. Have a good one. Cheers.